Welcome, friends and enemies.
Who's the enemy?
Welcome to Wicked Wednesday. Well,
What?
no, it's just I found it as a nicer way to not offend anyone. So I said, welcome, friends and enemies, right?
That eliminates the pronoun need.
Correct. I'm not offending anyone. So welcome, friends and enemies. Welcome to Wicked Wednesday. I am your host, Amy, and
I'm also your host, Kevin.
And we also have.
I'm your host, TJ.
Okay, welcome. Yes, tonight we have Heather and Jeff Reynolds, and I'm so happy to have them. They're my
welcome back, guys.
Some of my favorite people. Like I have some of my favorite people all right now in this little chat area. Look at it. Look at us. Look at it. Okay.
What's Kevin doing?
Today's TJ's birthday, so we want to tell TJ happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We already sang to her, so we won't torture her with another.
Thanks, guys. Yeah,
happy
she's also birthday. Or maybe mine is beautiful. Okay, so it's gonna be a fun night. We're gonna be laughing. That's just what we do. And how I wanted to start this. It's just a little fun thing that we haven't done before. But I want everyone to tell something embarrassing that they have done. Tell the world something embarrassing that you've done. Kevin, I'm gonna let you start.
Oh Lord.
Holy crap. Me?
Yeah. You're welcome.
That I've done, or just an embarrassing situation?
It could be a situation, just something embarrassing that you were involved in. That's be quiet.
All right, that was a
cat.
I was like,
not my child.
I don't know, 11, 12, 13 years old. And was traveling with my parents, and we stopped in at this restaurant. And our waitress was a teenage blonde. Just this gorgeous, I would say little teenager, but she was, well older than me. And I was completely enamored with this waitress because she was absolutely gorgeous to my 12-year-old self. And I was talking to my parents about my stomachache, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it really hurts. And it really hurts." And she's like, "Oh God, hey sweetie, where does it hurt?" And I'm like, "Right here, it just hurts." And she's like, "Well, my little brother, when he has to go to the bathroom, he gets his stomach ache like that. Why don't you try to go to the bathroom?"
That's what the waitress said?
Yes. And then my mom was like, "That's a great idea, Kevin. Why don't you go to the bathroom?" So yeah,
Someone
here I am.
Crush on that girl.
It ruined all the chances I had with the hot waitress at 12 years old. But yeah.
Did you have to go to the bathroom?
I did. I went to the bathroom and I felt better. So there was that. But
he did poop, folks.
I pooped. It was the need for poop.
I'm gonna get you a cup that says I pooped today.
I pooped.
I need to poop.
I pooped and I feel better.
Now I need a cup with a pile of poop. It says I pooped.
Yeah.
They have them at Five Below. Yeah, they do.
I'm going tomorrow to get
you a look of terror.
I pooped today. It's brown.
So,
do you want rainbow poop?
You're next,
or do you want
TJ.
brown
Tell
poop?
something embarrassing.
Who? Me?
Rainbow.
yeah.
Rainbow. He's a unicorn. Rainbow.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Who's next?
So, all right, TJ, you're up. Tell us your embarrassing story. You are.
Let's see. Well, I got to pick one, huh? Well, I still lived in Florida, and I used to help the Tampa Police Department out quite a bit back in the day. And this particular day, nobody let me know there was anything going on in the neighborhood. So I'm outside cutting my hedges, and this hooker comes up the street, and she's coming straight at my property, and I'm like, "Oh hell no, you get the hell out of here, take your ass right back on down Nebraska Avenue. We don't want your ass up here."
All good stories start with there was a hooker walking down the street.
It was a hooker walking down the street. Anyway, she starts mouthing off to me, and I'm mouthing off to her. And I mean, we're going at it hot and heavy. And finally, she goes on down the street. Well, about an hour later, I go down the street.
Wait, back up.
Back it up.
You were going at it with a hooker hot and heavy?
No. We were verbally going at it with you. God.
Okay.
But
Well,
thank you.
Clarification is everything.
Yeah, I know.
Punctuation.
So about an hour later, my neighbor and I go down to my neighbor's. I go down to my neighbor's for coffee. And she always has to go down to the convenience store to get tickets, scratch-off tickets. So we walk on down to the convenience store. In fact, it was a Chevron station. And as we walk into the parking lot, we see all these cops everywhere. It's like, what the hell's going on? You know, they're obviously doing some kind of bust. And I see this woman, and she's got this jacket on that says police, and she turns around. And when she turns around, I'm like, what the hell? This is the hooker I was yelling at. She says, oh, honey, it was great. You did an awesome job. It was a cop. It wasn't really a hooker. I was never so devastated and embarrassed in my life because it was really a police officer. They were doing a sting. Yep. So I was embarrassed.
All right.
Might have got a date. I don't know.
We're going around the circle. It's your time, Jeff. It's your sharing time. Give us something embarrassing you done.
Yeah, this happened a while ago. I was at a hotel. I had two gorgeous women there with me, and I just got done eating at gas station food.
Oh, gee, I remember this one.
Yeah, and I literally blew it up, and I got shamed by one of them women.
She was blonde, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
I bet I know that blonde.
They don't call it sheets for nothing. That's what the gas station was. And it lived up to it.
Y'all gotta watch out for the sheets. Watch out for those sheets, because good Lord. Yeah, they serve food there. It's called sheets for a reason. Mm. We all experience that.
So my face actually turned super red. Because I was laughing so hard because Amy was right there trying to put on some makeup and it didn't work out for her.
It melted her makeup, didn't it?
She looked like she had a sunburn when I opened the door.
He opened the door to come out, and then what's happening? What are you doing?
Yep. Exactly.
Bullshit.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
It was beyond bullshit. It was sheet shit. But he opened the door, and then he shut it real fast. Well, it whooshed, and then like a I don't even know, like a cloud of toxic chemicals came out and hit me right in the face. While I was like, I think I was probably looking in the mirror, probably had my mouth open because sometimes you open your mouth when you're putting your makeup on.
Do you still?
Tasted it.
I tasted it. I smelled it, and I walked back into the other area. I was like, it was like, oh.
I was embarrassed.
Jeff sure knows how to clear a room.
Unless you tasted it.
I tasted it. I smelled it.
Ew.
I was afraid it was in my hair. Like,
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Yeah.
Look, she would have gave me just a little bit of time before she started getting
I'm
the
sorry.
mirror and
I'm
doing that.
sorry, Jeff. Why are you saying sorry to Jeff? I was the one who had to. Me and Heather.
Because he was the one devastated.
The funny thing is, the Febreze was sitting out there on the counter, which I brought Febreze because we know each other well, and we know that none of us smell great. But I did bless the door afterwards.
You blessed the door.
With the Febreze.
He didn't this side of the put the spray. He did. He went. Shh, shh. That was in Gettysburg. That you did the sign of the cross. Not when you blew the bathroom up. There was no cross for that.
Thank you, Barb.
All right, Heather, you're up. You're up, Heather. Bring it.
Why does Amy get to go last?
Right? You go. I don't do embarrassing stuff. Ha
Okay.
ha. Yeah, right. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Well,
I can.
look at you.
I'm
Go
sure-
his parking lot, laying face first
Okay.
after you drink.
Jeff's helping you out.
Oh,
Mhm.
that was.
She's like, oh, oh yeah.
I hate to say that was normal, but that was kind of normal.
She blew up the back. She went to take a poop, ended up getting sick, and then her friends had to carry her out. I was on the motorcycle, and there's no way she was going to ride that, so I had to ride the bike all the way home, and then I had to carry her, get her in the car forcefully because she wasn't going. She was fine. Then I had to pick her up in the parking lot of my house and carry her ass in here. She was fighting me the whole way. I was trying to let her walk in, but she didn't do it. So I picked her up over my shoulder and carried her in here.
It's all true. However,
Well,
next time
however,
I need to think harder and figure out something myself. But yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like New Orleans too, when I just sat in the middle of the sidewalk and was like, I'm not moving.
In New Orleans, when you know
Not
you
moving.
can't, you got your back to the road. I'm like, you
I
can't.
did that in Key West one time.
Mm-mm.
I did that in Key West one time. We had been downtown. We're trying to walk back to our hotel. And I went, no, I'm done. I just sat down and I said, I can't walk anymore. My legs is broken. But, okay. So, I'll tell mine. I have a plentitude. We all know I'm already always doing something ridiculous. Okay. So I think one that really sticks in my mind that I'm still suffering with, because the things I do in my adulthood, I'm just like, but there was this one time, and I was in my senior year of high school, and I was in my algebra class, and it was algebra 2, and I hated algebra, but we had a test, and I took the test, and he said, his name was Mr. Danzig, actually.
Oh,
Wow. Was he a bodybuilder too?
was he a misfit?
Kinda. So Mr. Danzig said, "Put your head down. If you you're done, you can lay down, whatever. Put your head down. Just be quiet." We all know. Everybody who knows me knows I am not good at being quiet. Nope. So I decided that I would just lay down. Well, I fell asleep.
Like lay down or put your head down?
Well, I put my head down
Okay.
my desk and I went to sleep, right? You know what woke me up?
you're snoring.
The giant fart that I did. The giant fart that I did. Yeah. On one of those plastic.
And you're talking about Jeff.
The curvage makes it louder.
The plastic chair, yeah. Like it totally echoed because I was probably not completely up against the curvature part. So it just went out and hit that curvature and it was like, whoa. And so the entire class, it woke me up. So I went, oh my God, was that me? And the whole class laughed at me. Yeah, that was my senior year of high school.
Thank God it
Love
wasn't
my
your
life.
junior year. She'd have had to gone a whole year with that.
Yeah, no, at least I was getting out of there. But for real, like, and weirdly enough, through Facebook and all that, I've become friends with some of these people that I may or may not have witnessed said event, and nobody has brought it up to me. Thank you, Jesus. So if any of y'all are watching right now, I remember it. Believe me, it keeps me up at night. It's one of those things where I wake up in the night and I'm like, oh my God, the entire class heard me fart. Yeah, I was a cheerleader too. Cheerleaders aren't supposed to.
Did your little pleated skirt wave at people?
Probably. It just blew up a little bit. I went, oh, Was that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so for the rest of the year, I did not live it down. It would come up every now and then. I would be like mortified. But I do embarrassing shit all the time now, and I just don't even care. I'm gonna I'll tell an adult one too. So I was with both of my children in the Hobby Lobby, and I needed to go to the bathroom. Okay, and when you gotta go, you gotta go. And so I let Haley was older, so I said, Haley, watch your brother. I've got to go to the bathroom unless you want to come with me. And she was like, no. And of course. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. So I was in a hurry. Okay. It was urgent. It was an urgent matter. And I went into the bathroom and I was like, looked and I was like, that's weird. I wonder why they have a urinal in here. I was like, maybe for kids. And I went on into the stall, y'all. I went right on in and I was handling, and I went, oh my God, it's disgusting in here. I was like, I don't understand why it's so gross, So I put 4 layers of the toilet covers on and I proceeded to deal with life. Okay. I quickly realized that I was in the wrong bathroom when a man came in.
You were already
into
committed.
the stall next to me and started doing his business. And I look and I'm like, those are not women's feet. And then I went, urinal. Fuck. I'm in the wrong bathroom. So I was ready to leave, but I did not because I was waiting for this man to leave. And I couldn't leave. I either had to leave while he was doing that, and I was leaving without washing my damn hands because there was no way I was going to linger in the men's restroom. And I came out, and there was a lady standing there that worked there who gave me a look. And it's like, back then it wasn't like a transgender thing. It was more like, I'm sorry, the cat's she's, here's Boo. She's like, here I am. I don't think you can see her. She's too short. You're too short. They can't see you. Yeah, that was humiliating. Anyways, moving right along. Yeah.
I did the same thing in Indiana, except for I just had to pee. We were at an IHOP and we were in there for half an hour and got no service. And Heather went to the bathroom, but apparently she took some weird ass way around. And I was so pissed off that I literally walked in this bathroom. I just pushed the door up real quick and I walked in and went, okay, there's no urinal in here. So I'm standing there taking a pee in the toilet. And then
did you have the door closed?
The door was open because it was like, I wasn't worried about it, but I just went in there, peed. I turned around, I walked out. And as soon as I closed the door, I turned around and I walked into the women's bathroom. And I was like, where is my wife? She's still sitting back in the chair. She's like, where you been? I said, the bathroom. I thought you were in. Apparently. I thought I smelled her.
That was when we were on our way back. We had gotten the word that my dad had passed. And so we were on our way back to Nashville and not in the best of moods anyway. And then when you sit in a restaurant for 30 minutes and everybody around you is getting served and I hadn't even gotten a drink order yet. Probably because we had our, he was riding the bike, so he had his cut on. I had my vest on. Mm-hmm. So that was probably why. And
that's a deep move. That's a dick move.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They serve everybody. Fuck you.
So we went to Bob Evans and it was like
that fast. Yeah, and that lady got tipped really well because she came in, water, coffee, and what do you want to eat? And 10 minutes later, we were eating and back on the bike. So, yeah. Fuck IHOP.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not the same anymore anyway.
No. We do have a comment in the chat that my fiance has peed in the urinal in the men's room once. Good for you.
I have probably actually
Love
done that myself. So
The first night we met, she peed in the parking lot,
Babe.
parking garage, because she had to go. And I'm like, "There's no restroom." She goes, "I got this. Watch the door."
Mhm.
And she's
okay,
like,
first of all, it wasn't a parking lot.
"It was a parking garage."
It was a
makes me better.
It was a stairwell in the parking
It was a
garage.
stairwell. She said, "Get it right. It was a stairwell,
Yeah.
not
So
the."
every time you walk through
That's
a
too much better.
parking
Thanks for
garage
clarifying.
stairwell,
And I'd been drinking.
a lot.
Shocker.
And
Yeah.
the parking garage is like 4 blocks away from the bar we were at. And
Ooh.
I had to pee. So, yeah.
Somebody should have peed before they left the bar.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
Um,
4 blocks is a long way when you've been drinking tequila.
In Nashville, uphill.
Oh, well, I've had to pee behind a tree before, so it's okay.
I peed in a parking lot or two. That's real.
I
peed.
pooped in a parking lot once.
Oh, good God, Kevin.
Why is
Kevin
that
is
good information?
That's the poop master
It
right
was
there.
after a date, and I'm like, oh,
It was after a date.
I was like, oh, something I ate.
Nice.
I'm not going to make it to the end of this date. And finally, I dropped her off, and I'm trying to get home. You know, with the parking lot there at the Marietta Square, where the hole in the parking lot is.
Did you poop in the hole?
No.
He missed
I
it.
pooped in the corner of that parking lot. Yeah, I missed the hole. I got it on the edge.
It happens
Inches
all of
away.
us. Don't worry about it.
Just inches away.
No, that was one where it was coming no matter what. So I was like, I yanked my car in there, and
I don't know why you're so friendly with him. You got your paw on him. He pooped in the square. Boo.
Yeah.
Just like,
I poop in the
fine.
box. It's okay. Not me.
I was like, it's
I know
taking a
about
weird
this.
turn tonight.
Yeah.
Just got me. Okay, so why you following them, don't you, honey? She commented, I don't suggest being near rose bushes. Oh, that's for you, honey.
Depends on how close
well,
you squat.
I'm taking
Yeah, them
out
thorns are hell.
decorations.
Depends on how close you squat. If you're facing forward or backward, you might come out with that out of line.
You peed on Christmas decorations?
No
Don't
one
tell me
peed on
we
them,
lost
but I
Jeff
was
because he
drunk
had to go
enough
to the bathroom.
Probably.
Yeah.
What? Jeff's in
Just
the
watch
Oh,
for a
you
weird.
see this cloud come through.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that was me. Sorry.
Oh, it wasn't Jeff?
No.
That
That was,
Lord. These are my people. These are my
I
people.
got caught. Yeah, I walked right into that one, TJ. Thanks. I blew out some vape smoke and it went. And TJ was like, I just saw a white cloud. I was like, oh no.
Oh.
Jeff.
Oh.
You know.
We were just.
No, it wasn't a green mist.
She
I
said-
wasn't quite
Yeah,
sure.
I
Yeah.
thought it was.
Yeah. No, he was polite this time and walked away.
Oh, this time. Yeah, but when you're in a car with him for 2 days, driving to Pennsylvania, he's not so freaking polite.
Look, at least he cracked the
I
window.
cracked the
Gases?
window. Yeah,
Yeah,
when it happened, I left the window down. So, it's not like I can
You
hold
left
it.
the window down so you had a little bit of air.
Mhm. I get full roll.
So it blows
Full
it
roll
around
down
your
with
car.
the walk.
Just a little bit. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah.
So she could have hung her head out the window.
It made it a
Swirled
whirlwind.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a tornado. A
Yeah.
tornado of gas. Yeah.
It was the Hurricane Jeff.
And then, and then you get that
Sharknado.
sound. Go with it. When you roll the window down, you get that noise when you're on the highway. So you get that
And you
this
feel it, the
tornado.
pressure of it hitting you.
Yeah,
And the
and then you're
smell.
like, it's hitting
Yeah.
me. It's in my mouth. It's in my mouth.
It's on me. It's on me. Get it off.
It's on me. No, I'm just kidding. I like
Poor
that.
Amy.
Y'all had to smell me too. So it's
She
fine.
was so
I mean, we
mistreated
all
the
have
whole
to smell each other.
Yeah.
No, I was not. I'm just complaining. I'm not
No, I said you were so
I mean it.
mistreated.
mistreated.
I said
No.
you were so mistreated the whole trip.
No, there was just that. There was just that one time where the door whooped in my face when I had my mouth open and I was trying to do my makeup. There was just that one.
Look,
That's the worst
I live
time
with
of all. That's like our
li-
last day.
you
That was
should
our
have
last
taken-
day.
Yeah. But you should have taken note where I was standing because I live with it.
She knows all the good spots.
Here's
far
the
away.
thing. Apparently, their shit don't stink. You know why? Because
It's-
they took the Febreze in with them.
It's
That's the
Amy,
only
it's
way.
one of those things where you gotta go, which way is the wind blowing?
What makes it different?
And
In Amy's direction every
Yeah.
time.
No, but then you got to stick your tongue out and it sticks to your
I'm
tongue.
not going to stick my tongue out to see how the wind is blowing. I don't want to taste the direction it's coming from. I want to be like,
it's the finger,
yeah.
Amy, the finger.
yep, it's coming from that one.
Yeah, but your tongue got to
You
come out
stand
to lick your
downwind.
finger
Why are we licking our finger?
because it makes your finger wet and then you can tell which way the wind's blowing.
Did someone make this up?
No, if you
Is
not
this
watch
real?
Andy Griffith's show, that's well night. Where's the wind blowing from?
Yep.
Okay.
Good God, she didn't
All
know
right.
this. Amy didn't know this.
Really?
Now, I should
Well,
be
now,
shamed.
now you'll know it.
Shame me for this.
Dang.
Shame me.
Even Heather knew it.
Yeah.
Tell Heather knew it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the only one, but I learned something new today. And maybe there's other people
And it's safe
that
to do
didn't
that.
know either.
And Jeff farted.
Yeah.
Then you have it on your finger.
Don't lick
lick
your
it
finger.
Lick your
and
finger
you're
a second
trying to
time.
no, not
I should be asking if we passed a peanut patch.
Anyway, did she tell you about hunting Bigfoot?
Anyway, huh?
Did you tell them about you hunting Bigfoot
Hunting Bigfoot.
in Gettysburg? Yeah. Out there doing the whoops?
I did. I'm always hunting for big. Yeah, I did.
You heard whoop.
God.
So we went through the. We Heather wanted us to see all of Gettysburg,
All of it.
and it's
I
about
mean-
400 degrees. All of it, every bit of it. Okay, Heather wanted us to see it all, and I understand it was historical and it's wonderful, and I have these memories. Okay, but let me tell the story. So Heather wanted us to see it all. It's 400 degrees. We have been drinking all weekend. Okay, because we're at we went to the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. Okay, so we've been drinking all weekend. The night before, it was the celebrity bartending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Jeff had in his defense, in my defense, Heather left us unattended.
Yeah.
It's Heather's fault.
I
She
did.
went tipping and we went bar tipping.
Yeah. I left them for 2 hours. And yeah.
Yeah, she left the two Geminis for 2 hours.
That is so fucked
Yeah.
up.
Then she's the
Left
mom.
children alone,
And
Heather.
so when she's around, we
I came back and started
behave when she's around. But she
You can't leave the children alone.
when she came
Now
back,
I know this.
when she came back, there were like 5 or 6 drinks that Jeff had recently purchased.
Mm-hmm.
So
5 or 6 drinks.
yeah,
Doubles.
he's all
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because he
Yeah,
wanted
so
them to
I
win,
proceeded to
and
play
I get
catch
it.
up.
It was a lot. I mean, he did hand you a drink when you got there. When you showed up, he was like, "Here," and I'm like, "Look, I got one too. We all had one for you." So it was fine. But yeah, so that was the night before that we were the smell happened. So there was drinking involved. We probably stayed up till I don't know 3 or 4 in the morning. Who knows?
Every
Every
night.
night.
Every night.
4 nights of 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine what that looks like. Okay, so the final day, we're all sort of dragging ass. And we went out and said goodbye to the people that we wanted to say goodbye to and visited a few more things. I got this fabulous shirt, and I don't know if anyone can see it.
Yep.
Yeah. Jeff was there several times and purchased several shirts from him.
Yep.
I do have his information that I need to post, but I can't find the card right now. Anyway, So we did some last little thingies and said goodbyes and had coffee and things like that. But we're dragging ass. So then we're outside again and it's 400 degrees and we're about to go on our Gettysburg adventure because we have to see all of Gettysburg. All of it. So our first stop was a very tall tower. And these two were so excited to climb to the top of this tower.
This one was so
Mind
excited.
you, it was still early, so it wasn't.
So excited, I left my phone in the car along, and she left her phone in the car. And
they both did.
Nights later, I'm
both
like,
did.
I said, "Did you bring your phone?" She goes, "Nope." I said, "I didn't bring mine either." So why climb this gigantic tower to see all of Gettysburg? So we can just go. It's all right here.
Yeah.
It's all here in my memory.
I said, we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way and just make memories.
Mm-hmm.
Because these stairs put the stairs at Harriman to shame, and there was like 8 or 9, maybe 10 flights, and you could see the whole battlefield, the all of Gettysburg from top of this thing, right?
You didn't yell down to Amy and ask her to bring you up a phone?
Oh, she wasn't getting out the car.
No, Princess sat in the car.
She was cool in there.
I did not sit in the car then. I was not sitting in the car then.
Princess,
I was down there. I took pictures of y'all walking.
Yeah, that's true.
That time you didn't.
I princessed at a different time. Correct. At that time I was at the bottom and I was taking pictures of y'all walking up there and I was like walking around taking pictures of signs and whatever while y'all were up there. And then you came down and you're like, we don't have our phones. And I was like, oh, I'm not big on height. So, and in the state of condition that I was in, I was like, no.
It got very peeply very quick, and it was not a very big platform.
No.
And it shook.
We did the kind of the Griswold at the Grand Canyon.
What?
Like this.
Again.
Let's go.
We did it.
No. I did the Grand Canyon. I can look down, but I didn't do any stairs or going down or Nope.
There was kids that they couldn't get over it, and they kept bringing.
They drove that kid up there.
Oh, awful.
There was a lot of children there. Okay, the whoops. All right, so we did the tower thing, and we drove off. We went to the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
We walked around the cemetery for some time. And picked up some pine cones and little things and just took pictures and whatever. And then we went. Jeff and I decided we would prefer the driving tour that's air conditioned.
But see, little tip for next time or if y'all ever go, there's and we didn't know it until we were already halfway in it, right? Yeah. But we're hearing people's radios. And there's an actual radio station that you can dial into and hear the history of all these little stops, right? Yeah, so we know.
If we would have known that, we would have never had to get out the car.
Yes, we would have.
You would have. We went upset. My new Amy would have never had to get out the car.
You would have. You just would have had to jump out for your pictures.
Tuck and roll.
And we'll be in the air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess that's why people were stopping weirdly on the side. That makes more sense now.
I just
they
figured
would stop and knock it out or whatever.
Another statue. Let's stop at this statue. And this one to get off and run off for like 10 minutes. We're just sitting there like,
yeah. But so where the whoops came in, it was an actual pull off. And there were walking trails, and they're beautiful walking trails. And I walked through taking pictures and stuff like that. And Amy's like, what's that sound that they make on TV that try to get the Bigfoot? What's that sound where they make? So we started.
So I started making like a whoop, whoop, or whatever I was doing. And I'm doing all these sounds. She walks off, goes across the street and up the stairs. I don't know where the hell Jeff is. He's probably
I was in the car being smart because if a Bigfoot comes out, I'm leaving you two.
All of a sudden, here comes this guy out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh, that's fun. He probably heard me going, whoop, whoop. I'm like, come on, Bigfoot. I'm like, come here. He's probably like Oh, this one is a nut.
Amy has no clue. She's probably over there making a mating call to damn Bigfoot.
That's what I
told
yeah.
her. So you got to be careful.
I
You
know.
don't see that shit. You don't want to see it.
He come out like this.
Yep. Hey, what's up, girl?
Oh no. Kevin.
Nobody else heard that.
Whoopsie. You just
I'm
say
just
whoopsie.
saying.
When you say something, you
If
say
he's called
whoopsie.
Bigfoot, you sure as hell don't want to excite him with a mating call.
But I will
Right.
tell you something about Gettysburg. Don't have trash because there's not a lot of trash cans.
Yeah.
So
I
you
walked
will
around a
walk
coffee cup for 30 minutes.
to the cemetery with a coffee cup. Yeah.
Just hold
There's
it.
no trash cans. So, yep. Which, I mean, people weren't littering. I'm just saying it would be nice
For a trash can.
for a trash can here and there. But it was,
Amy
listen,
snack
y'all, we
papers.
experienced something that we,
Yeah. You're right.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, if
I
that
do
was
believe that our
Nashville,
hotel room in Gettysburg, I do believe our hotel room in Gettysburg was haunted.
Possible.
And the halls give you this whole like
Hall.
shining hall.
Yeah, it's definitely shining halls.
It wasn't haunted. Those noises you heard at night were probably just Jeff.
Not
Perhaps.
when I'm walking with him, it's like, that wasn't me.
Yeah, no. And then like it was, I think Heather had left us unattended, and we were sitting there pre-gaming before we went down to the celebrity bartending because we got a pregame. It's cheaper.
Well, we did. Wait a minute. Back up a little bit. We had the
Well, it's
pregame
cheaper.
before we went to the regular, the VIP that you snuck into.
You snuck into it.
Yeah, she just walked behind us like, I'm gonna pretend like I'm supposed to be here, and it worked.
Yep, it did.
It did. Nobody questioned me, and I didn't like eat a whole plate of food or anything. I ate, off of Heather's plates, and I ate some garlic bread. I didn't get food, so I wasn't like in. Okay. I'm
Well,
gonna say
it's
one
not
thing
like
about
the food was expensive that they were worried about who got it. I mean, it was not the best.
I picture
I
something
think-
different in my mind, that we were all going to be sitting around a table with everybody else and eating, like a big long table.
and you would get
instead.
to talk to the celebrities that they weren't off
Yeah,
at
they
their
all
own.
sat at their own table, and everybody else that paid that $85 sat at their own table. So I was fine. She snuck in because it didn't matter. At that point. I'm sitting down eating with my wife and my friend. It's like, we're good with this.
And everybody's just looking
Right.
at this.
Yeah. I told everybody we were a throuple. But so the throuple was eating dinner. But again, they weren't inviting, like the celebs were all off to their own. And I feel like people missed out on that. Like you paid money because you thought you were gonna have this.
Yeah.
On the same
Celebrity.
hand, I don't want to
greet
interrupt
with
them
celebrities.
Yeah.
Like an eat and greet.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But on the same
But yeah,
hand, I
like-
didn't want to interrupt them eating either. I mean, that's just rude.
And we know all of them except for Schrader for most part. So it was like, it's okay.
Dave?
Schrader was mad at me because I didn't give him
Was
any
it Dave
money.
Schrader?
And
Yeah.
he said that he had been my
Yeah.
best friend the night before, he said, and I didn't give him any money at the celebrity.
Oh yeah, because we pushed Brian and Rochelle, and just because you can't have the top dog win all the time, and that's what it was. You know what?
It was, and they
And Brian and
are
Rochelle are good friends of ours, so I'm like,
they are
yeah,
the top dogs. Like it was Zaffis and Schrader, and so But then there's Santi, and I love me some Santi, and
But Schrader was a good guy. He's
Yeah.
nice.
The-
He's good
the
sport.
other
He's a good guy.
he's nice.
Yeah, like
He's very, very funny, and
He's-
my obelisk is his voice, so I get to hear him all the time. But he's a good dude.
But what I say, I'm
No,
not.
it was fun.
Shit.
I just the celebrity, I snuck right on in.
what do you say?
I said I'm not tipping Batman shit, and I said that from the
Yeah,
get go. It's like he should be out fighting crime, not bartending.
Yeah, no, that was. No, he shouldn't be bartending. I didn't think he was the bartender.
Yeah, he was bartending on that side.
He was cracking me up because he kept making up his own drinks. He's like, I don't know how to make a sex on the beach, but I can make a, what was he calling it? Something in a lake. Something in the lake. He's like, I don't know how to make that. Bless him. He's a cool dude. And he had made that hat for Haley, and I got him to sign it because when he mailed it to me before, he never signed it. And this time he signed it. So it was a win-win for me. Yeah. It was a great time. There were so many things that they had for sale, and Heather won a music box.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Haunted music box.
What's that called?
It was a spirit box. It was a spirit box.
Yeah.
I don't know. We both dumped a bunch of money in it and gave tickets to just told her to hold a ticket, and so we don't know who won it. It didn't matter. We got it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that was a pretty cool time.
You got it, and
in the raffle.
They tried to help me win that Ouija board that had
It had Gacy in it. Yeah,
Had Gacy on it.
yeah, we were trying to win it. I put a bunch of money in there. Didn't get it.
Because when you went, there was a Donner one too. There was a whole display of who was he talking? What was his name? He had that whole room.
But they were selling those for $50.
There's a place that was called Jeff's Boards, and that's where all these Ouija boards was. And those ladies did not like my sense of humor when I was like, "Hey, check it out, ladies! It's Jeff's Broads," and they just went.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just pull in my driveway. Excuse me for just a second. Excuse me all for just 1 second. Kevin can hear. I gotta see who just pulled in my driveway.
It's a white car. So, all right. If we hear screaming,
what?
I'm going that way.
Okay.
My brain. I was like,
That's who I thought.
What the fuck is that? It's Devin.
Since you're up and mobile, do you want to grab shots?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me make us less visible today.
What you drinking, Kevin?
This wine.
Wine. You what? You got all fancy on me.
It's plastic. Is that help?
Yeah. So you got the good wine.
That's better.
What you got? TJ?
Yeah.
I have an orange creamsicle here.
Oh,
Ooh. All right.
all right.
But our shots are going to be key lime pie,
Yeah.
which is rum shada with whipped cream vodka and lime juice. Like limeade, I guess.
I don't have a shot tonight, guys. I just got my orange cream, my creamsicle drink here.
And it's a drink. That's what matters.
I don't know. I had some blueberry blast at the bar earlier. Ugh. Had too much sour in it for me.
I got my boat drink. I'm good.
Boat drink. I got my Mickey's.
Yep.
There you go.
She's drinking that damn
There you go.
Where the hell did Amy go? To the bathroom?
Get the Febreze.
Quick, mark the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, mark the door.
No, we had made 2 shots since. Yeah. I'll fire up this thing.
What's that?
But no, I'm glad y'all had fun. That sounds, I don't know. She wants to try it here in a second. Some like dollar store thing. So
she ain't even got.
I'm glad y'all had fun up there.
She hasn't got depth of what we went through yet. We're about to get into it because it was.
Get into what?
The whole trip, as far as the slicky water,
the slicky water,
the warm water, the just hotel hell.
Yeah.
The
The first one we stopped at because we stopped in Virginia to and from, and the first hotel was like
it was the
there
same
was
hotel
no
on the
hot.
way back.
Well, same hotel, but at least we had
Different
hot
rooms.
water. Yeah, we had no hot water the first time around.
But
Like none. It was like
warm.
lukewarm
Yeah.
at best.
But that before that, there was a sheets incident where we had to give somebody a ride, and apparently we were in a really shady neighborhood. You think with a thing called Christiansburg, there'd be a little bit of a nicer neighborhood. It really wasn't.
No.
No, it's about half. So go to Hell's Kitchen if you want to find the nice people.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was fine. They were all worried. It's like, do you have, Heather's like, please tell me you have your pistol. I said, no, we just stopped at the room. I left it in my bag because we're in Virginia and they got different gun laws there than what we have in Tennessee. So I'm like, it's in the bag and not on me. And I was so scared going through Maryland. I'm like, I get pulled over here, I'm going to get in trouble because if they search the car, the gun's in my backpack, and you ain't supposed to have one in Maryland.
The lady seemed nice enough. And she walked up to Jeff because she was tatted up like he is, and nobody else was, which I get. But it was her husband or whoever sitting outside, and I'm going,
Now, she did not look like she was a man lover. She looked like she was a lesbian, which is fine, but she has so much whiskey on her breath. It's like, my truck broke down.
Why are we talking about lesbians?
Talking about the chicken
Talking
sheets
about when they
that we gave a ride to. You're the one who went. She's a lesbian. She knows
Sticky sheet?
the chick with
Wait, who are we talking about?
She's
Get back
chick.
to-
The ride we gave to those people.
Yeah. She seemed
Everybody was
very
scared, like-
gay. But there was this man, and I thought something sketch about this. Something was weird about all of it. Like, did you see how pretty hers looks?
Yeah, she had shiny boots.
Ours is sat for a while.
Ours looked like this to begin with.
She had shiny what?
Shiny boots.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think he said boots, but it could have been she had
Boobs.
shiny boobs. I'm not
No,
really
she
sure
didn't have
yet.
shiny boobs. She had shiny boots.
I know
said-
what Kevin heard.
I heard boobs.
Boobs. That's because
No.
everybody likes boobs. And so everybody
She
immediately
would-
was
look.
like,
She would have whipped your ass. Kevin, she would have got your ass. She was
He
that
would.
one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
So
she
don't
got-
break
she
up her
was
boobs.
that
Hell no.
dude, like, for talking shit. She's like, I ain't got no time for your shit.
I'm the one that was sitting in the back with her and some strange man, both of them, holding on to my purse and my phone for dear life. I thought, dear
And
Lord,
they
baby Jesus,
tried to give me money
Don't
and
let
everything
me-
else. I'm like, no.
don't get taken out by the sheets, lady.
Yeah,
No,
the
she ended up
Yeah.
being cool. It was okay, but yeah, I was like,
You had Jeff
Sheets,
with you.
it's a-
He was
it's
a
a
lethal
store,
weapon on
and
his own without his
Virginia-
weapon.
Don't eat
That's
your
true.
breakfast.
no, sheets will probably give
He
you
could
the
have just
sheets.
fighted.
Sheets will give you the
He
sheets.
just farted.
Yeah, I would have just, I'd have crop dusted them, and they all would have died, and then we'd have been at that.
Amy,
that
she'd have
place
came
that looked
back
better
and
where we
honored
were
you,
staying.
but
Release the wiki.
I was in the back too. Me.
Yeah,
I
but-
was still there.
that
What's
would
that?
have
right
been
here.
a good time.
Cheers to TJ's birthday.
Yay.
You know what happens?
Cheers.
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 Happy
Birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Boop, boop. Tink, tink.
I didn't get any cake yet.
That's
I wanted cake. I didn't get any cake.
Does you have a texture
You
too?
wanted cake.
She wanted cake.
Texture.
Oh.
It's a. It
That's okay.
tastes-
My birthday dinner's Friday.
Oh,
But the
good.
texture is terrible. It's like you're. Oh, vomit.
Did you say that was terrible?
I'm glad
Is
I
it
waited
bad?
to do this.
You don't like that, Amy?
So it's like doing oatmeal
And she
shot.
chugs it. No, she hates it. Drink it all the way down. It's better that way.
Just chuck it.
I
It has.
can't.
It's the.
I can't. It has a
The
texture.
limeade.
No, it's the rum chata.
You know how rum chata
You just said Kevin just said there was limeade in it.
Yeah, but you don't.
It's
mix
the
those
limeade,
together.
I guarantee you.
Well, it
It's
does
a
have
wine that messed up
it's
the rum
limeade,
product.
and so that's what
Probably
it's
tastes
like.
like
It's
pink
like the
thinner or something.
chemical whatever reaction in it, but it is a little.
It probably
yours
tastes
did it
like,
too.
you know,
Okay.
Cottage
Windex
cheese
or
and lime.
Bread shots.
The acid in the lime juice curdled the rum chata.
Yeah.
You're drinking
It's all right.
floating
We won't-
kids. is
I don't
what
think we're
think
gonna
that
get
drinks.
shit. It's like you're drinking vomit. It's like drinking
Floating
vomit.
kids.
Sorry.
But
Green-
it's delicious.
Green baby.
Vomit.
Yep.
better you than us.
So yeah,
Yep.
we did have some
Yeah.
interesting.
Drink
I
that
think
stuff down, Kevin.
Jeff found us some really good antique stores to go in. I'm trying to sidetrack from the
change the
fact that I'm
subject.
drinking vomit. All right, let's talk
Some
about
Jeff,
something.
It
I got
happens to
a
everybody.
beard.
Explain that. I
Hold
got
on,
some
let me-
sticky stuff right here.
When we get that
Shot.
Amy's having an issue there. You gonna get sick, Amy?
right. Hold on.
Now I'm just like this.
I'm going back for
Quit
more.
drinking it.
All right, let's just finish it. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
One,
One.
2, 3, puke.
2, 3.
Did another glass come in there that I didn't see? You seen that, right, Heather?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, whose hand is that?
Wait
a ghost.
let him
It's
swallow
Devin.
that load.
Mm.
I'm actually this week's listed so
Didn't miss a drop.
Is Devin there, Kevin? Because otherwise, there's this ghost hand that just came into
I don't know
frame.
what you keep seeing. Nobody's here.
Yeah.
There she is.
It's Wednesday. When am I not here?
That's true. Oh.
Yep.
I just got Kevin was like, both
don't
hands,
don't
you
drink
know.
wine. Don't drink wine after that. No,
Do it.
no, don't do
Do
it.
Don't
it.
do it, Kevin.
Do
Kevin,
it.
don't do it.
No,
No, do it.
Tommy's gonna be bad.
Oh,
Your belly's gonna hurt, and you're gonna need to go poo again.
Gonna need to go sheet. So
It's gonna be sheet. I need to sheet.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
Now,
she's
listen.
my test subject. If she
I
gets
had to rinse the cups out because they were from Chiefs in Nashville. And so the only way I could ever get another Chiefs cup without curdles in it is to go to Nashville. So I rinsed it out.
So for
Another thing
future-
I've decided to do. Yeah.
So for future notice, you don't mix cream and acid because it'll curdle the cream.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I know, but that was the shot.
that was the recipe that
yeah, that was the recipe. So it's like we don't have a choice. I need a screw.
You need a what?
What?
Did she say she needs a screw?
Don't mix acid and weed either.
That's what I said, but I didn't mean it like, okay, so this thing, I want
she
to
said a screw, not two.
Yeah, yeah. I need a small one. I think
She needs a small screw.
I'm not helping. Well, I really wanted to do something tonight, but I didn't prep properly. I wanted to try out something that I've purchased at the $1.25 tree and see if it works. But unfortunately, I forgot the screwdriver. But
So
You
you
don't
could
have a
get all
screwdriver
ready
in
to
your
go,
house?
but no way to put batteries in.
are you judging me?
Mm-mm.
Some ghost hunter you are.
She don't have a screwdriver?
I am the best hunter. I got the batteries. I just forgot the screwdriver. It's probably
Is there one?
my fanny pack. Things I don't like to say out loud.
You got a screwdriver in your fanny pack?
I got a
Did you
screwdriver.
put
Well,
your fanny pack, Heather?
I hate you both. I hate
Yeah,
you
so
both.
TJ, when she
look here,
investigates, she
So I
has a
had
fanny
a
pack. She keeps like batteries and stuff in.
You got snacks in it and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah. So I was using this Tennessee fanny pack.
It's already diffused.
And
whether
then-
the thing's on or not.
And then I've like moved to now I have a Carhartt. You know, I gotta be fancy. Instead of my fanny pack. And it actually is bigger and holds more. And there's actually a space in the top just for snacks. So it's a Carhartt lunchbox, the big ones, and snack room and all the things. Anyway.
Did you put half the bottle in that? Because man, it's strong.
God
I don't know.
bless.
It's me. Like I think it dripped on me. I don't know, y'all. I just put the oil in.
You don't need batteries.
Okay,
She
well,
got a battery, a
this works.
screendriver, and I don't know what else. I'm worried. Is she making a bomb?
It's
Is she making
slamming.
a bomb, Kevin? Is that what she's doing?
She bought a
Is that an explosive?
diffuser at the. Yeah.
At this point, probably.
Good God.
What did they drink? I missed it.
Oh, I know I will,
Didn't
but
do anything. She
Oh.
has something, some kind of.
no, she's putting. She got a diffuser, and so she put in the diffuser.
From the $1.25 tree, and I wanted to see if it actually
That's
worked
why.
with this,
Pepper spray.
but I don't have the screwdriver to put batteries in it. And Nick battery to make the fan blow. But I guess it's just the essential oil. I put lemon in so we would see if it worked. And,
There's no way to tell now.
well,
Oh.
I put it in the right. Quit your bitching. Like, fucking bitching.
Anyway, okay, so apparently the stories that we've gotten about y'all's journey, your sojourn, is just barely even brushing the surface.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we
yeah.
just we took the
Oh,
lesbian and her husband. Not taking that wrong, because they were nice people after we found out they weren't going to kill us. But they went to the soup because they didn't look like a couple, but apparently they said they were. But we took them to a hotel that was like less than a quarter mile from where we were staying, and it was a Super 8, and they were just made just like cabins. We could have stayed there instead of lukewarm place.
yeah.
Yeah. Then we had to take a cold shower.
Yeah, cold shower.
Yeah.
in the
Then when
morning.
we got to Gettysburg, that hotel had slicky water
Mm.
and no pressure.
No pressure and oil based. I mean, you put it on you, and it's like your soap
Yeah,
wouldn't
the
even
first
stick.
place had pressure, but not heat.
Yeah.
Right.
The first place
Yeah,
had pressure,
pressure,
not
no
heat. Gettysburg had heat, but no pressure and
You were
slippery
washing
water. Like, so
slippery
you
water.
were like rinsing yourself off for a very long time because you
With,
thought
like,
you were
polymer.
still soapy.
It was like polymer. It just slid off. And then we found out we drank
Yeah,
some of it.
like
'cause
you're-
they had these little things everywhere with water, and so we're like, oh, let's get us some
Nice
water. 'cause
little
We
cups.
drank a lot.
And we're like, this is great. It's so nice. You're refreshing.
nice.
It's cold. And we drank it.
Mm-hmm.
You get a
And
belly
that's
ache?
why we had to bless the doors, because everything was falling out. What little food we
That's
ate.
absolutely it's coming right on out.
Really?
Just,
Yeah.
boop.
It was a lot. We did great. We had there was a grilled cheese truck.
Yeah, that was good.
Much
Yeah, the grilled cheese
appreciated.
truck was awesome.
I ended up eating mine at like, I don't know, 3 a.m.
No, perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cheese time.
It's a perfect grilled cheese time.
Yeah.
We ate once a day.
Well, she
pretty
didn't
much.
feel human when we bought it. So
Yeah.
I wasn't ready to eat yet. Like I took a couple bites of it and I was like, nope. And so I just drank my lemonade or whatever and tried to get my life together. But I did, like Heather and I think Jeff was sleeping. Just me and Heather were hanging out talking. And I was like, you know what? I got a grilled cheese. Yeah. And I have a snackle box too.
She had a snackle
You have a
box.
snackle box.
I do have
That was the night I got to go to sleep at 3. They stayed
You
up.
have to give me a snackle box.
I was impressed by the snackle box.
Yeah, this time it
See?
just don't have yogurt raisins and shit like in it. She had actually stuff that I still can't eat, but it's okay. You know,
You can eat yogurt raisins.
no. You used to carry those every time you come to South Pittsburgh. You're like, I got snacks. What you got? I got yogurt raisins and this and this. And I'm like, who the fuck eats that? I got a Philly cheesesteak, Rayberries or whatever from Dollar General in the refrigerator. I'm gonna heat that up. Cost me $1.25.
I mean, the struggle of the ghost hunters is like beef sticks or meat sticks, whatever you want to call them.
Slim
and
Jims.
I have them in my snack box. I have them. I have some candy, like in case you need a little sweetness. I got crackers and cheese or crackers and peanut butter. I have both. I think I have some golden little bears, graham bears. Graham bears? I don't. That sounds
Teddy
bad. It's
grahams.
like I'm selling drugs. It's like I got a snack box full of drugs. No, they're like Teddy Graham.
That's on the other side. You flip it over. What do you need?
Well,
No,
yeah,
I have
some,
like the flavor for the water.
I got
I
the
have
Slim Jim, the
I have
dill
hand
pickle
wipes
Slim
in
Jims.
there.
Oh,
Those are pretty good.
are
Are
they?
they?
What?
Nobody around here likes them, but I got them, and I figure
I'd try it.
we go through an apocalypse, I'll eat them, and everybody else go hungry.
You don't-
I would
We
try
didn't
it.
see
Yeah.
those.
I'll
No.
try it. Absolutely.
They're a little spicy.
Because that
but I
could
mean,
go
they're
Oh,
either
I don't
really
have
good or
those in
really
my-
bad.
We didn't see those.
I don't have that kind in my snack box, but
Well, you have to
I
look
got
for
some
them at
short-
I'd try
Walmart.
'em
They're
just in
they're they're dill pickle Slim Jims. They're the small ones, in a little box.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's probably why I can't find them.
They're
so
really
they
good.
didn't have it at the Shell station.
What
Go to
got you?
Walmart.
The small one in a little
we only
box?
sell the
Or-
large
Yeah,
ones at the
like yay
Shell
big.
station. You
Don't
can't.
be an ass, Jeff.
Oh my
It's in a small
don't have
box. It's small
Yeah.
and it's in a small box.
small box.
They just
Okay,
have
that's
the
good then.
long ones at the
We'll look
gas.
for them.
You don't want the big ones in a small box.
Right. People get hurt that way.
And you said Walmart.
For some
So you
reason,
get the
that's
tiny
frowned
ones
upon.
at Walmart. Figures.
Pop out like an accordion.
You can't piss off the pot.
Oh, this goes so south. So quick.
Accordion.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Welcome to Wicked
This,
Paranormal.
welcome
Yeah.
to Paranormal.
Our
This is
friend.
pretty much how it goes.
Yeah, it's more
We
wicked
did
than
see
paranormal.
a-
Right into the
apparently.
toilet.
We did see a live joke in West Virginia.
A live joke?
Yeah, do you remember the live joke?
Live joke.
We stop in
No,
West
apparently they
Virginia.
don't.
West Virginia, and I
Oh.
think keep West Virginia, Mountain Mama, Take Me Home, Country Road shit in your head. We pull over this rest stop, and there's 12 Muslims.
Oh,
Full-
more than that.
Yeah, like
Oh,
12 in the
yeah.
bathroom. I don't know how many more, but they're wearing the full everything.
They're
Yeah, and you
dressing.
got a
In West
biker
Virginia,
and
you think about-
two tattooed girls. So you got a biker, and now obviously she's a biker. She's a biker chick, but like you got a biker and two girls that are tattooed showing up with a bunch of Muslims.
And I've got on my
That's
You
a
know-
joke, isn't it?
I got on my 7 Deadly Sins shirt.
Yeah,
So it's got all of them on there. And I'm walking up and I'm looking at them like
I think
what?
I was wearing mine that said "Don't be a dick," right?
Yeah,
Isn't that
I'm
what
like,
my
the
shirt
fuck, they're
said?
all
Don't be a
staring.
dick.
Yeah.
Moby
Yeah.
says, "Don't be a dick."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here
So-
we are. Here we
What-
are. This throuple of
Oh, it gets better.
of trouble.
What makes it worse is I go in, I go do my thing. They're all staring at me in the bathroom like I'm, like I'm the
Big
weird
kid.
one. And I get outside and I'm standing
Mhm.
there, and a priest walks up. I shit you not.
The
He's
collar and
Dog.
everything.
collar and everything. He smiles
Okay.
at me. He sees my shirt, and he still smiles like
Everyone should road trip with us.
for you. And then they walk up. This priest
I
did not
feel
even.
really
He
should
walked in the bathroom and turned around and walked right back out. He was like, "Nope, fuck this."
I'll hold it.
Yep, I'll hold it to the next one. But I never thought I would see like that in West Virginia. Toothless Appalachians, yes, but not full-blown Muslims with these two heathens.
No, no.
And
Hi, KK. Welcome.
Yeah.
She's listening while she writes.
Sorry, I was reading the chats, but no, it was really interesting, because you have like they were all looking at us like we were like specimens.
Yeah.
You probably were specimens.
Because you got two women that are tattooed, and the Muslims are like, eek. And then you have
What? There's more seedling than us. Hi, welcome to Paranormal.
I mean,
Look at my
you
feelings.
just now figured it out. It's only 9
Well, I was sitting like this
an hour
before,
later.
and now I like scooted back, so I adjusted the camera. It's okay.
Anyway, yeah, they were interesting. It was an interesting crowd. We got in the car quickly.
And then
When
we
we
went
were
to
So
some.
y'all were the ones that were afraid.
They
We
were
went to a couple of really cool antique places.
yes, we did, and we met some cool people. Like the people that work there, we met some cool people by talking to them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, because
That's how you know people.
all three of us have some weird thing that we go looking for at an antique store.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey, what is yours?
Mine is.
What are you looking for when you go?
Doesn't he always talk?
Well, they had a cool thing in the first one.
What?
That had a Buster in it, which was that was the second one. Wasn't it? What did you say I was looking for?
The what?
What Kevin said I was looking for?
What?
What'd you say I was looking
I said
for?
Jeff, and he always looking for talk.
He said, Jeff,
I'm looking for kitty cats.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
Jeff collects.
Not in antique
Ones
stores,
like
you're
this.
not.
I gave it. There it is. No, we went into the first one, and it was like I collect beer stuff, old beer
Oh.
places, things like that. So that one I found a cup, a glass I didn't have, and the second one we went to, they had a Blockbuster. They had like bought out a Blockbuster and put it in there, and I found a movie that I didn't have. They Live. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's one of the best movies, sci-fi movies of all time.
I think I have it.
Because they find out that the media is lying. They're all controlling humans. And it was sealed and it's never been opened. So I got that, and I found an old Milwaukee little koozie.
Really?
That is like basically.
I didn't see that. I saw the koozie.
Did you see my koozie? Hold on.
I saw the koozie. I just didn't see the.
I would.
I
didn't see the other.
You never seen the movie?
I'm sorry.
No,
Burping.
I don't want to go see in his koozie.
No, you're not.
I think I do have that movie.
Yay!
Yep.
Oh, that's all.
Those angels.
Yes.
I didn't see that. Wow. I want to see it.
Yeah.
It's
Is
one
it
that
on-
I
is it
I
on
didn't own. I don't own. And
Oh, no.
got Roddy Piper in
It
it.
has Roddy Piper in it.
Yep. Which is my favorite wrestler,
Piper,
too.
Roddy, yep. I do have it.
Roddy Piper.
Ronnie Piper. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's what
Love
inspired
me.
this asshole that you got.
There.
But yeah, I got that, and so it was.
What did he say?
It didn't cost me, but
Everything about her.
maybe $10, $15 total.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're having a whole side conversation.
Y'all are talking.
I'm sorry, we're having a whole. Me and Devin
I'm
were
like,
having a whole
Hold
conversation.
on,
on the side.
let me run off
Well,
with Jeff so I can hear you.
Heather started
I'm
it
moving
because
around,
Heather
guys.
posted that thing
Making me
about
sick.
Ratchet 2. Ratchet Part 2, and that's what me and Devin were talking about because we were like, I love Sarah Paulson. And so I'm like, you posted that today, Heather. It's your fault.
So, but
Whoopsie.
you.
Okay, go back.
I didn't
I'm
hear
sorry.
what he was saying.
Okay, go. I'm sorry.
So I was into that, and you just
Just
totally
stop crying and asking.
you ruined it
Can
for
you
me.
please repeat yourself? Because Kevin is
That's
That
what
was
crying.
long. He's not like 20
That's what
minutes.
happens when you drink alcoholic cottage cheese.
It was more like, well, yeah, kind of like alcoholic oatmeal. It was
Ooh.
Ew.
No,
I'm
yeah.
glad we didn't have that. Mm-mm.
so.
Keep
And
that
as if
stuff.
it wasn't curdled enough, Heather, this one's for you.
Thanks.
Mm.
There's
I'm
gonna
just
be
hearing
more
Alice
curdle.
Cooper dead babies in my head right now. You got swallowed that shit.
Mm.
All right.
I'm getting the
I don't know about you guys.
Alexa, turn the second light on.
TJ, you should sit around the
You did see it when the
table
four of
or
us are together.
a porch table with us sometime.
Mhm.
Oh, as
if
long
you're
as
in
we're not
town-
drinking curdled, whatever the hell it was
No,
they
we're
were
not
drinking.
drinking that either.
No,
I
I'm
got
not.
standards.
I'm not. But if you're in town, TJ,
You got standards for once. You have
As
long
one
as that-
standard, and that's it.
that was to him. But if you're in town, TJ, we need to like sit on the porch and get all of us together. And
Yeah, if you
it's
you come down to Georgia, we'll drive to Georgia.
Well, yeah.
I will. I like I told Amy tonight. You know, I can't guarantee anything right now, but I'm not saying I won't at some point. It's just right now it's a little hard.
No,
I gotta
I
stay-
get
Give us-
it.
I
give
gotta
us
stay
some notice
close to
when
home.
you do, and we'll
Yeah,
definitely
for
come down and
sure.
hang out.
Hey, since
There are
I
a couple
did
liquor
drink,
stores close
There's
because
a-
we're gonna need liquor. We're gonna need a lot of liquor if Amy's there.
Well, we'll stock up. Trust
Yeah.
us. Yeah, we'll stock up.
Stock up on the rum. Oh, yeah. Rum, vodka, no whiskey.
you did?
No, we don't do. I don't do whiskey either.
Mm-mm.
I
That's
fall
what
down,
got
hit
us-
my head.
That's what got us so.
Hey,
hammered
before I
with
forget.
kids.
He forgot.
He's squeezing it
No,
out.
go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go
Wait.
ahead.
No, but you're freezing.
No, but seriously, do y'all think? And TJ, I mean, I know you're way up there, but you would be more than welcome. But Heather and Jeff, once a month, do you think on a weekend you could make it to Georgia?
They want to join us.
I know that's why I'm asking.
Was I supposed to say?
I
that?
don't know because he has the club stuff, and then we're still doing the hospital. We're still doing South Pittsburgh and Harriman. So
What if
maybe if we
What if
swap,
when?
What if
y'all come here, we
Hold
go
on.
there.
What
Y'all
if
come
when
here, we go there.
Now, are you in
What if I'm
Georgia,
with them
Jeff
at a
and Heather?
hospital?
No, we're in Nashville.
Just
Oh, I'll come
then we
Tennessee
could-
anytime. I love Tennessee.
Come on
I
down.
mean,
No, we had talked, and this is kind of behind the scenes stuff anyway. But the membership meetings with Historic Ghost. It's something that I want y'all to be a part of as much as you can. And so yeah, I'll let y'all know more about it. And of course, they're open to the public, so anybody can come. But it's something I want y'all to be involved with as you can. So, once a month, once every couple months or something. But if y'all could come down here once in a while for that, at least that
I
meeting.
can stay with me.
And yeah, I would love to have you. TJ, you're welcome too, but I know you're like
If we
way
go
the
down
fuck
and
up there.
stay with you, we're going to be drunk, and there ain't going to be no ghost talk. And you too.
I don't know if I've told you guys.
Ghost
I have a
talking
new
is
team
daytime.
member. I have
You
a new
do?
team member I'm going to be training.
Oh, cool.
Does anybody want to take a guess who it is, Miss Amy?
Really?
Is it
Kevin?
your daughter?
Your
Oh
friend
no, my daughter's
Raylene.
part of my team. My daughter's been part of my team.
Okay, cool.
It's Raylene.
It's Raylene. Yes, it is. She's an investigative
Oh.
trainee.
Yay.
I win.
Yep. We got called into an older house here not too long ago. 2-year-old little boy. He has a little friend that lives in the house, and his mother was a little concerned. He's not scared in the least. I don't feel anything negative in the house. And I just recently found out that the little boy, he's going for a biopsy. They found a lump on his neck.
Oh.
And I kind of think that maybe that's why this little girl did come to him. Is I think she was, because she makes him feel comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
mean, to have a 2.5-year-old
Yeah,
be able to describe this little girl. I mean, he took my hand, he led me straight to the room where she's at. And he says, but she's not here right now. I thought it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I did get some other stuff there, but they want me
That's
to come back,
cool.
so we're going to be going back
see,
there
That's
pretty soon.
cool.
And the funny thing
That's
is,
cool.
it's what with kids, it's like imaginary friends or whatever. They're really there, and
Oh,
just
yeah.
adults have taught us our entire
I've
life
got them.
not to believe in that stuff, and that's what happens when you're a kid. You see them, and they're just like us. And then when you
Right.
get older, after you've been told, you're seeing things. You're
Not
not.
to believe
Exactly.
Yeah,
In
and
That's
then
fact,
not
my daughter there,
older, your brain gets programmed to like that ain't real.
KK
But-
there that came on a little bit ago, she'll tell you right off the bat, yes, they're real. She had an imaginary friend when she was little, and her mom was like, I think my daughter's got a problem. I said, no, she doesn't have a problem. She's just normal, and she has a friend, and you gotta accept it.
Mm-hmm.
They see things. They're innocent.
I-
They haven't learned to be objective yet.
Right.
I have personal proof, and it's again, this is like a personal experience that you can't prove to anybody else but yourself. But my imaginary friend, I remember it vividly.
Yeah.
Sitting in the floor of my kitchen, well, my parents' kitchen, and my imaginary friend was teaching me how to tie my shoes.
Yeah.
I learned to tie my shoes by my imaginary friend.
That's
So
cool.
if
That's
they're
pretty
in your
awesome.
head and they're truly imaginary, how in the hell did my imaginary friend teach me to tie my shoes? If you know what I'm saying,
It's
as
in
a
your
kid, I
head.
didn't know how to
Yeah.
tie my shoes.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody taught me how me. It's not like I was recounting to myself something that somebody had showed me, because they hadn't. I was young enough that they hadn't tried to teach me to tie my shoes yet.
Exactly.
So I wasn't recounting or reliving or whatever a thought or a taught process. This was completely foreign, and yet they're teaching me to tie my shoe. And I went up and I was like, "Mom, look, I learned how to tie my shoe." And she was like, "How?" And I said, "My imaginary friend." And she was like, "That's cute."
I just heard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Are we in Sesame Street right now?
Yeah, like
Wow.
sorry, I had a Sesame Street flashback right then.
There's a monster at the end of this book.
I used to read that in his voice to my kids.
Grover.
But I mean, children are they're innocent, and they see the things we don't see anymore.
Right.
We may have seen them when we were that age, like Kevin. He just said he had an imaginary friend. He still remembers it because I taught him to tie his shoe.
Yeah.
My daughter, she's 32. She still
Yeah.
remembers her imaginary friend and that TJ sat on it.
I
I sat on
I
it.
Yeah,
heard that
really.
for a long time.
I keep waiting to relive. Like, have y'all seen the movie Drop Dead Fred?
I haven't. I think my daughter has because she's mentioned it.
Never watched it.
Yes.
That's what I keep waiting for my life to turn out.
Oh, jeez.
Like my messed up imaginary friend come back and just, you know.
I was lucky. I was lucky enough in the house that I grew up with is my grandma let me know right off the bat that this house is haunted and this is it. So there was no imaginary friends. I had people.
Ghosty friends.
Yeah,
They
there was
were-
enough of them
they were
at that
ghosty friends. They were real ghosty friends.
Yeah, they were real ghosts, and my
I
grandma
did
was
too.
full blown psychic medium. She could see everything. She's a Christian woman, so she didn't use like that, use that stuff to do anything. But she could tell you when someone's going to die. She would see it prior to. So dealing with that, she let us know right off the bat, this house is haunted, and hang in there.
Exactly.
And I swear I see my first spirit at was my grandpa, which died shortly after I was born, and everything else in between. And so that's why I have no fear anymore. It's strange. I have no fear of any kind of ghost. And the cool thing, you guys talking about kids, it's like when going to the hospital. When I came back from Germany, the greatest thing ever happened to me, and Heather was with me, walked into the door, and I heard two children go, "He's back. It's him." And that is, it was like,
I didn't
that's
hear.
so cool.
I
That
was
makes
just
you feel good.
like, damn.
Mhm.
Now
But
you got a gift. You got a gift, son. You got a
I
gift.
know I got the gift. I get that sicky Disney thing that just like.
When we were in the I think it was the first antique store we were in, and I went back into this room and I was like, oh, this is bad. But I kept going and I went all the way back and I found this staircase, and I went, oh, and I was so nauseous at that point, like, and heavy and sweaty. And I went immediately. I went out and I went, where's Heather? I was trying to find Heather. And I firstly found Jet, finally. Like, I'm hunting all around because we're in a huge antique store and we all look for different things. So we're all in different places. And I found Jeff and I was like, where that? He's like, oh, she's paying right now. Is that where she was? No, she wasn't. You didn't know where she was. So I said, come with me.
All over. We could find her.
Heather, you left them alone
come
again.
with me. I need you to go.
They can't see me.
Yeah.
Usually.
True story.
And true. That is true story. Yeah, actually, because the things are tall. The shelves are tall. We couldn't see her. But so I drug him back there, and I'm like, he's like, oh, I don't like this room. I was like, did you go all the way back? And he was like, no. And I took him all the way back to the staircase. Yeah. And
I could get nauseous. Something. I'm driving.
Yeah.
We didn't stay long. I just wanted him to see it. I wanted to feel it. I wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one. So then I found Heather when she was paying. And I said, come with me. I got to show you something. So I brought her back there. And same. And then we started looking at the pictures they had hung up. He told us. Because we were trying to figure out what that part of the building was.
Right. Because I had said it felt like something was upset that it was not being used in its proper form. Like, it wasn't... somebody was really upset that things had changed and it's not supposed to be this way, and it needs to be put back the way it was.
Back to Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the whole Sesame Street night.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, but then we were talking to the people that owned it or worked there or whatever, and they had all these pictures up, and come to find out, well, this building was built in like 1901 or something like that. And the part of it that the counter and the pay counter, all that was in, was an automotive tractor repair place. Yeah. Well, the building right next to it where the staircase is that she was talking about was a hotel.
That wasn't being used.
Yeah.
So we were like,
they made both buildings. They tore out the adjoining wall and made it one great big building.
And we
know where the stairs were. Where the stairs was the front door of the old hotel.
Right. It's kind of like the this past weekend, Raylene and I went up to Wolfboro here in New Hampshire. It's right on Lake Winnipesaukee, which is this major lake up here. And the house we had been to this past winter was the first time I had went there. It's her daughter's fiance's parents' home. And it's got like 3 floors, there's a first floor, a second floor, and a third floor. And the first time I was there, I picked up on a young girl and an old man. Now, when I was there, the parents, the people who owned the house, weren't there. They were there this past weekend. And I had told her son what I picked up on. And it was funny because she says, TJ, come this way. You're probably like this. So I walked up to I think it was the second floor, maybe it was third floor. And she said, this is where I see the old man sitting right here in this chair. And I'm kind of going, old man, huh? And then she came out when we went downstairs. She came out. She had this little tiny tintype and it was a young girl. And it just happened to be
I know.
the same girl I seen when I was there. I said, that is the young girl I seen.
Oh,
So
wow.
and I hadn't talked to her until this past weekend. I said, they are still here.
I understand that.
And I guess at one point they had
Totally
changed the
different.
big house into apartments, and then they ended up turning it back into its original form. And that's what I felt that the original owners that built that house all those years ago, that's what they wanted, was it to be turned back into what they had it.
Right.
So at one point, I'm walking through the house, and I smell like it smells like a fireplace. You know how a fireplace smells after it's burnt down and it's cooled off, but you can
Right.
still smell the ash, right? So I'm walking through this room, and I stop and I back up and I look into the living room area because I'm like, is there a fireplace going? Because it's summer, but I can smell it. And there's nothing there. So I go out and I ask her, I said, were there fireplaces in this house? She said, yeah, but they're all, covered over now. Why? And I said, because coming from the room the blue room, which I was put in the blue room, I said, I could smell a fireplace. I said, but there's no fireplace that I could see.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was kind of odd that I could smell the fireplace from before.
Right. That's wild.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's an awesome place. I
That's
also, when I was out
We
on
live
Lake
in an awesome
Winnipesaukee, I could honestly
Um,
see the Indians paddling across the lake.
Oh nope.
See, that would freak me out a
Yeah,
little bit.
I can't do the Indian stuff.
Yeah, I could see them literally paddling. I'm like, holy
Nope.
shit.
That would freak me out for sure.
Isn't
Yeah.
that what?
Well, because the way Lake
Yeah.
Winnipesaukee is put together, like I said, it's this massive lake. It covers a lot of ground, okay? But there's little islands that they've named in the middle, different spots.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see the Indians paddling across to get through. And it was like, oh yeah, I don't like that.
Wow.
Put that.
Is
Yeah,
it? What's the name of the lake again?
It's called Lake Winnipesaukee. And what is crazy about this is my 8th great grandfather came here in 1621 on the Ann. His brother also came here. His half brother came here the year before that to deter the new settlers to go back to where they came from. In other words, they came to cause havoc. My 8th great uncle did. And this is the area where I was this weekend. This is the area where he was messing with the settlers, but he was also stealing corn from the Indians, him and the guys he came up here with. And they literally killed the settlers. The Indians did. The Winnipesaukee Indians killed the settlers. He was the only one that got away and ran back to Plymouth here in New Hampshire, to try to get his brother and the other settlers there in Plymouth to take him in because the Indians had killed all the other settlers. And he told them the Indians went crazy. He didn't tell them why they went crazy, just that they went crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, see, that was one of my family members. Wonderful. Damn Indian ghost is going to come after me.
Is
So,
that the
I thought
same?
about that when I'm picturing those Indians on that lake. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Is that the same lake that Prince told Apollonia she had to purify herself in?
I couldn't tell you. I'd have to
It
look
would be
that up.
hot, but that's in Minneapolis, right?
What was the
Iowa.
name? He said you have to purify yourself in the lakes of Minnetonka,
Yeah,
or
I think you're right. I'll have to
Yeah,
look.
see, this is Winnipesaukee. It's
Yeah.
Winnipesaukee.
Different one. You're thinking Minnesota lakes. And there's like
Okay.
a million of them in Minnesota.
It's new.
I was just wondering. Well, then maybe that's why.
I also got a picture of Jodie Foster's house.
Really?
We in Milwaukee.
She's on the lake.
Well,
I took a picture of her house. Mitt Romney's house is there too, but I didn't take a picture of his.
That's what happened when I leave.
I like Jodie Foster.
Have you ever seen the movie Pretty Baby?
No, I don't think so.
That would never be played these days.
I've seen Silence of the Lambs so many times.
We
so-
love-
Pretty Baby she did when she was 10 years old, and she was in a whorehouse.
Oh, see, now I don't remember that one, but I do remember her being on.
This one was disturbing, and I was young.
I think she was on. It was Gunsmoke.
Yeah,
she played on Gunsmoke a few times when she was really little.
See if you can find it anywhere. Basically, it was like she was a virgin, and they were trying to sell her, and she does a full nude in that at like 9 or 10 years old. It was disturbing.
Amy over there.
I'm sorry.
Pretty baby.
He's talking about like
Jodie Foster when she was 10.
like
Yeah, I don't
2
think I
years
want to see her nude at 10.
I missed part of it. I got
Yeah, you missed the wrong part. She's like, "Hey, what?"
I heard nudity, and I was like, "Hold on." I was having my own side conversation. I apologize with Devin. So
once again, alcohol, cottage cheese.
Yeah,
cottage cheese. Yeah.
You should just call that
more
drink
right here if you
bathtub
want.
babies
look, I have this, y'all.
or sewer babies.
What is this?
Sewer babies.
Oh, your oracle cards.
Oh,
yes.
Is that what it is?
Shower babies.
They are top tarot cards, designed by Aleister Crowley. So the first antique store that we went to, where we had all kinds of weird adventures. So I wait until I'm ready to check out with my bottles, because I am a old bottle collector.
Oh God,
So
here we
that's
go
my
with them
thing.
nipples
So I
again.
had found my bottle. No nipples this time, because we couldn't find the nipples. I have the bottles that Heather gave me that need nipples, but I can't find the nipples.
You can't find them strap-on
She
nipples.
gave me scary clowns.
And
Now I can't find these strap-on nipples. We had a whole conversation about this.
They're all strapped on. Just wait.
Go to Amazon.
Go to Amazon. You can strap on nipples all day long.
and Amy
Go
wouldn't
go
buy the invalid cup.
And put in my search
That brings up
if I
something
put in my
completely
search
different.
bar in Amazon for strap-on nipples, I'm very afraid of what will come up. So I will not do that.
Strap-on nipples.
So no. Yeah. Heather has given me some very creepy bottles. We'll just leave it at that. Baby bottles with scary faces.
Didn't need strap.
And this poor, would you stop? They don't.
Just saying.
Don't stop, Kevin. Just
They
keep on
need.
In my
Okay.
defense, I thought they
Heather's
were-
like, hold on, I got you some bottles that need to stop on.
You thought they were what?
medicine bottles.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, you're the one who gave her the
Because
bottles
Mhm.
Yeah.
and no nipples.
I thought they were medicine bottles.
I have not lived that down at Stark House.
Damn it, Heather. Give this girl
Stark
some
House, no
nipples.
strap-on nipples.
There's
Next
all
time.
medicine
Next time,
bottles.
next time
have a
I'll just
creepy
make it go.
clown in them.
It had a nipple on it, so here you go.
I'm doing that
At one
show that
time.
night. I'm doing that in a damn tavern, and all they hear is strap-on nipples. I'm like, what? And they're going, what the hell kind of show you guys
That's
doing?
how-
here in
that's
the
how it
restaurant,
came to
in the
be.
bar?"
I'm doing it.
Amy,
Well,
That's
you're
how
gonna
it came
do
to be. I was
medicine and
talking
creepy
about
bottles.
like
You might as
my
well have
friend. I was
Two
talking
tarot
about like
cards.
a gift that Heather given me for my birthday, and I said that and upon further research of these bottles, they were actually baby bottles, and they were actually from England. The U.S. didn't produce many of that type of bottle. They came from England. And
And they are cool.
they are very cool, but they have some creepy
yeah.
things on them.
Yeah.
They're creepy.
But what about your tarot
Um,
cards? I'm
But
sorry.
I like my tarot cards. Oh, squirrel. So we were checking out at the first antique store that we went to, and I asked while I was buying my plentitude of bottles. And the weirdest thing is, like, when we first got there and I started collecting bottles, he was like, you need to go here. And here's some cool ones over here. And you need to go here. And if that's what you like. And I was like, yeah, thank you. But So I had, a handful of bottles, and we all know what happens with me when I have a handful of bottles and there are rugs. Things might
God.
happen, okay? Especially with you two. So, yeah, Jesus. Jesus be a rug that's going to save me from not breaking a bunch of glass in my face. So, yeah, Jeff was sweet enough. He saw the whole thing happen. Like, he saw it in real time. And he waited until he knew that I was breathing to laugh as he's picking me up off the ground. But I did not break one piece of that glass, y'all. I didn't break any of it. And I had them like stuck in my fingers. I had them all stuck in my fingers, and I had them like right tucked in here. I had some bruises in some weird places where I held things down. But I survived. I didn't break anything. But so this antique store, back to Regina. Back to Regina. We're back to Regina. I thought we were in regular Regina or East Regina. It's Regina. Because Regina can't just
it's humid.
They can't just have one state. They gotta have like 4. So whatever. I don't know which part we were in, but we were in that first antique store that Jeff found, and it was super cool.
We're gonna get to the cards.
I am right now. So we're checking out, and I said, "Do you have anything macabre?" And she looked at me, and she kind of cocked her head to the side, and she was probably close to 90. And I was like, maybe not that old. I'm exaggerating, but
maybe TJ's age.
I wait till I'm checking out at antique stores before I throw it all on them what I'm looking for, right? That's just what I do. So I said, I'm actually looking like for anything like antique Ouija boards, tarot cards, anything along the lines of that. And I said, because I'm a weirdo, I said, anything from a funeral home, like a bottle. I collect bottles. So if I'm looking for like a, and she was like, oh, hold on. And she took me to this cabinet, and shoved in the very back, like in the back, like no one walking by that cabinet would know this was there.
No.
You just wouldn't. And the weirdest part is she had a bunch of angels in the cabinet. It was a cabinet of angels. And so there's a bunch of angels in this.
That are freaking out.
So she was like, I have this. And she pulls this deck out. Okay. So I've done a lot of research, and Heather has too. We've been looking at this deck. She wanted, how much did she want for it? 120 something?
125. But she let you have it for 125.
And she said 100. Okay.
She said, "You take this shit out of the way, that will give you 25 or so."
How much did you get?
You know what? That's what that feels like to me. Okay, that's how, and as of how I feel right now. Absolutely, someone wanted me to take this away, and now I have it. And there's a lot of energy on this deck, and I have cleaned it several times, and there is a lot of energy on this deck. So this deck is probably either, because we did a whole lot. This is box B is what I have been able to find about this, and I don't know that y'all can see this, but if I could, there we go. Better?
Yeah.
All right. Here's who yeah. So this deck actually was not Aleister Crowley never saw this deck be produced. He died before he could see it. Is it? Whoopsie.
You may do that so you can talk.
Sure. Do your thing. So it is, I can't multitask. My ADD is like, nope. So this deck, we've done a lot of research and I've looked into it. This box can be valued upwards of, I've seen it as high as a ridiculous amount that I don't think that it's valued at, over $1,000. But what I can find out is this deck is probably worth close to $700 for the right seller. It's in perfect condition. Yeah, anyone is willing to place, or best offer. This thing is, I'm not sure I want to keep it. Yeah,
I'll trade
I'm
you
not
some
sure I want to
creepy
keep
dolls
it
for
because,
some clown dolls.
well, I'm going to say no to that. So no. It's an amazing deck. All the cards are here. It's in perfect condition. Like, the cards aren't bent. Like, you could shuffle easily. They're beautiful. But this deck kind of scares me. It gives a whole lot of scare to me.
Cool.
It's definitely awesome.
I don't play with tarot cards at all. I won't even look at them, won't get a reading or anything. So I don't touch those things. That's just one of my things. I won't let any psychic try to give me a reading, anything like that. I just, for whatever reason, I'm against it. And I don't know if it's the reason why. But those are kind of like my clowns and dolls. It's all in the same area for me.
Yeah, we all have our own. All of us as paranormal investigators have our own thing,
right?
That we are attracted to, and we have our things that we are nope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my daughter.
Honestly,
my daughter reads tarot cards, but I don't like Ouija boards, and both are oracles to be used for the paranormal.
Well, I messed around with the Ouija board when I was younger, and that's probably why I don't mess with those things either. I had really bad experience.
Yeah, I still have the same.
I did also.
Yeah, you've had. I have not. I'm going to be honest. I have not had a bad experience with Ouija board.
Did you play with it by yourself? And you think you're like you're a paranormal god? Because that's what I did.
Yes.
If you use it the wrong way,
I thought I was invincible because of all the shit I've seen. I'm like, all right, let's play around with this by myself. And that's
none of us.
That's something that
none of us are invincible. So as long as I think if you're using it with the right intention, and that you're using it with people that are using it for the right intention.
Is that directed at me?
It was directed at you.
I don't know.
Then it was sounding a little aggressive. Sorry.
I agree with you, Amy. The Ouija board, the tarot cards. My daughter has numerous decks. We have one person. She has one deck.
Well,
deck
I got one for sale
to communicate with the spiritual world, and she keeps them in blessed salt, when she's not using them.
I don't do that with my tarot decks. I do cleanse my decks, absolutely, and I have a lot of decks. And I was really drawn to this one. This one called to me. It called to me, and listen, we left. We went and ate. We went somewhere else.
And you had to go
we went to another antique store. We ate, and we went back because I had to have it.
Yep.
I kind of talked her into
Thank you,
too.
Barbara.
They were searching the whole time I'm driving.
She did. I mean, the whole time, and he's driving us, and we're Googling, and we're looking to see. This deck is actually, especially in the condition that it's in, it's like no one ever used it, but it's.
You see, that's kind of like, not just stuff like that, but other things can be bad, such as just before Angel passed, and it was just before we got sick. It would have been the beginning of December of 2021. We love to go to antique stores, to Goodwill, whatever. And we just happened to, I had taken her to the heart doctor that day, and we stopped by a Goodwill. And as we walk up to the door of the Goodwill, I look off to the side and I see this. It was a wine cart, and it was a beautiful wine cart. It was, I want to say it was made of mahogany with brass wheels. There were brass things to hold the bottles of wine. And I went inside and I asked them, I said, how much is the cart outside? You know, I'm trying to figure out why it's outside because it had been
For
snowing.
real?
And they're like, we have no clue what you're talking about. So the manager ends
Real?
up going outside with Angel and I. And she's like, that we haven't been taking furniture because
That's
of
my
COVID.
response.
She says, that's not ours. And I
Oh,
said, well, how much do you want for it? Because it was beautiful. Okay. And she's like, you can have it. Well, that was just awesome. You know, we put it in a car. We headed home with it. We started looking it up and it was worth like $1,500.
oh,
Okay.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, this is great. And then Angel got sick. We had used it to set our Christmas tree on. And Angel got sick. And after she passed, she came to me in a dream and she said, you need to get rid of that cart.
Mm.
There's something attached to it and it's bad. You need to get rid of it. So Kayla and I ended up cleansing it, marking it with, you know, holy water, saying some prayers over it. And we took it and we put it out. I just wanted it out of our apartment. We left and it was a snowstorm that night. We left to go pick up Patrick, Kayla's brother. We came back. It was gone from where we had sat it. There were no footprints, nothing. That cart was just gone.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Someone
God.
keep it?
To this day, I still think that thing was possessed.
Wow.
And I can't go into Goodwill and buy stuff like that anymore. I can't do it.
Oh, you never know what
Yeah.
you're walking out
Wouldn't
with.
I mean, we thought
Wouldn't
it
it
was
be
the
weird
most
if that
beautiful thing,
Goodwill's like,
but by the time we got rid of it, it was the most ugliest thing I had ever seen. It became hideous to me.
Yeah.
That's why That's why one of the reasons
Yeah, I can
we
see
go to antique stores is the fact that I can feel what something is attached to it, and I will
Exactly.
just like be like, ugh.
Right. Well,
I
I
don't even
can't.
go look at
I'll
it.
be honest, and I missed it because I guess the beauty of it and the fascination of it is what I was supposed to see. It got me that way. Normally, it can't get me, but for some reason, it got me.
Beauty
Now, I
is
wish
what
it
gets
hadn't
us all.
because I still think that had a lot to do with what happened in a way.
Mm.
And that's why you can't get me in an antique store now to buy anything.
Hmm.
I don't trust my own judgment anymore.
That wasn't on you. That was a meant to
Yeah,
be
that
thing.
wasn't on you.
No, you can't.
But see, you
Yeah, I can
yourself,
see
Amy,
that.
said that deck right now is bothering you.
Yep.
It's got some tinglies to it.
I didn't touch it, TJ. I wasn't even
It
touching it.
does.
I looked at it, and
But
she kept holding it up. Look at this card. Look at this card. And I'm like, it's beautiful artwork, but I'm just like, I don't mess with those. And I see nothing wrong with Aleister Crowley, what he was doing at the time.
Right.
Man,
It's nothing that our government's not doing now.
Right.
So,
Have you tried?
Hey,
Have you
Amy.
cleansed the deck?
She probably hadn't yet.
absolutely. This ain't my first rodeo.
You want to see my
No, I
version
absolutely have
of-
cleansed it. But
Yeah. You want to see my version of Amy's deck?
I cleansed it with
Yeah.
smoke.
It's not a deck, but I found it in an antique
Yes.
store.
Okay.
uh-oh.
The only antique I got here with me tonight is
Hey,
Oh God. Oh no.
I'm the antique tonight. Don't take this antique home. It's dangerous. as hell.
Oh, isn't it supposed to be a doll? Oh,
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 look
yeah.
at that.
You
I
see
like
it?
that. I'm assuming that's
Why
metal
can't we
or is
get
that
it
where
for
wood?
do you have that in your house?
it's wrought
Is
iron.
that
Wrought iron?
Is that
Mhm.
hanging in your house?
Well,
Huh?
you can
Is
tell
that
she's not
hanging
evil
in your
'cause she wouldn't be able to
house?
hold it.
No, I haven't figured out how to hang it yet.
She ain't hanging it because I hate it.
He
I-
won't touch it.
I collect crucifixes.
I hate
and I
it.
ain't, there's no way. That thing when she
Something's
said, "What do you
wrong
think
with
of this?"
that,
She handed
Heather.
it to me. It hurt my hands. I was like, I don't like it. She's
Can you
like,
see
I'm
it?
going to buy it.
I don't like it either.
I think it's
Maybe
pretty
I'm
cool.
like,
Nope.
I'm on Heather's side.
Of course, you're on
I am
Heather's side.
too,
It's like
Kevin.
the
I guess
yin and
Heather
yang of things.
wins. It's kind of
Yeah,
3-2.
I love that.
Yeah, but he
I
collects
mean,
crosses
it looks
and
pretty.
crucifixes.
It's very pretty.
And look, he's like sitting way over on the edge of the couch. He
He's
won't
like,
even.
put it away. You can't even see him.
He's probably picking
It's
up
got a
something.
bad vibe,
Probably.
and I won't even touch it anymore. And she just keeps leaving it laying around. God bless it.
Now he's
Yeah,
back.
he's
He's
back.
back. He's like, it's good. It's safe
I'm
now.
back.
He was leaned all up against the other side of the couch.
I don't like it. I didn't like it when she found it.
But I haven't figured out how to hang it yet because it's rusted wrought iron,
Upside down the way it was meant to be, apparently.
and I don't want it scratching the walls. But it looks like something to me that was part of like a like you would
Satanic
find,
ritual.
like you would
Like in a
find on like a
cemetery?
cemetery gate or something.
Right. Yeah.
The cemetery cross.
Yeah, and apparently that dude's attached to it, or that chick, whoever. That ain't right. So I don't like it.
It ain't right.
He doesn't like my doll
I
either.
agree with you, but
I don't
Kevin
like.
here-
I'm going to tell you right now,
I'm in
Jeff.
love with
I don't
it.
like all them dolls and clowns that I got in my basement. At my apartment house, and some of them that are in storage. But I got left them because those were angels, and she liked them, and now I'm stuck with the damn thing.
Yeah, that you told last time we talked. That's what you said, and
Mhm.
and all the dolls that, except for that one little bit she brought in here, are all buried down there in boxes, upside down, in garbage
Buried?
bags, in a box, buried.
At
They're
least I
downstairs
know
in
where
my
to bring
garage.
them if I come down to Tennessee.
You can have them. Yeah,
Because my daughter's probably forgotten about him.
Oh.
yeah. That's
No,
that's
I'm bringing them to
those
you.
are my-
I'm
Those are
bringing
my
my
dolls.
clowns to you.
You're bringing yours to
Uh-huh.
us?
I'm going to bring my
Gabe, we're
dolls.
gonna have
we
a
don't
bonfire.
even know him. We don't even know.
Bonfire! Yay!
Oh, my face is freezing, Caleb. My face ain't freezing.
Hey, we're
Kevin's
sorry.
and-
Our faces
Kevin's
is
and Amy's is.
Yeah, Kevin's
Yeah.
and Amy's been freezing all the whole time.
I mean, we've been fine. I don't know about Kevin and Amy's
we've
one
been
freezing over there.
communicating back and forth.
Stop
Chris-
making that face. Your face is going to freeze like that, Amy.
Yeah. There it is, frozen. Or that one, frozen.
So yeah, this particular wonderful deck that Kevin now enjoys and likes will actually be for sale at the Paragon. So you can yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's got some tinglies to it.
So yeah.
I don't think it's been used, but maybe
Paragon
once.
2024. I'm bringing you this. It's something. There is a lot of energy attached to it.
Hey, we'll bring you this doll that we found in
frozen?
Kentucky, and you can sell that too.
Who, me? Amy.
Amy, at the Paracon in Alabama's.
No.
No, I actually have
I can bring my baby doll.
through
One day we're going to get
something.
some really good evidence with that baby doll.
Hmm.
through
Well, we got
something I
some
have
left
acquired
on
my
all
own.
So,
You still got the baby doll you showed me last time?
yeah, that's what she's talking about. The first time we went to Octagon Hall, we got some evidence from it. Something really wanted to touch it and play with it, but second time we took it, we didn't get to really investigate because we had one of those "Do you know who I am?" people.
Yeah.
You ever been on one of the investigations? I've done this and this and this, and I know everybody in the business.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
started asking the people we know in the business that she named, and like never heard of her. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Oh,
So yeah,
boy.
that was the worst investigation I think we've been on in a long time of a small group, but somebody's got to be in charge.
Well,
Always. You're always gonna have a boss.
A boss. It's important.
I'm looking at Amy and giving her a stank eye.
No, it's not really important.
Well, she kind of giving us a stank eye with that frozen face.
Yeah, well, every time she
Right?
freezes, it's like
I don't like that. I'll just go like this the whole time.
Yeah, we're just
both of you. It's like we sit there for like 4 minutes. It's like we can hear you talking, but you're just like,
We hear you talking, but your lips ain't moving.
yeah,
Kevin does this real cool like matrix shutter every now and again.
yeah. Like,
that's right. Neil don't got shit on me.
yeah, we got shit on you. Oh, damn it.
I'm trying to
I took
zip
both pills, bitch.
About the weird diner
there
we
he goes
went in,
again.
Amy. Did you mention the weird diner we went into?
Do what?
We went to a weird diner in the middle of like somewhere in Virginia.
Yeah. Virginia.
Virginia, remember that weird diner we went into?
He sucks.
That you got chicken tenders
Yeah, in
Comfort
Virginia.
and vaginas.
I did get chicken tenders.
You got
Chicken
tenders
it
in
was.
Regina.
We walked into. Once again, we walked
Never heard
into
Chinese
a.
snacks.
It was like a Christian restaurant, and we weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
We just went. Heather
They
said,
weren't expecting us either.
"No,"
No.
You
My
might have been
God,
in
it
the
was like-
Bible Belt.
Yeah.
and it was, and that was the day that I had
We
on my
live in the Bible.
had my 7 Deadly Sins shirt on, and I had my cross, and I had my
Pentagram.
my pentagram upside down, and I wasn't thinking anything about it till we sat down. And then we seen the people around us, and I'm like,
They were like,
y'all ain't from around here, are you? Is what I got.
look,
Say no, but I'm looking
Looking
into
or
some
Did they
land.
say you're not from around here?
No, it didn't matter because that's
Yeah.
That's when you just look at them, Jeff, and say, "But we're looking into land right up the
yeah,
street."
well, yeah,
Yeah.
that
We know
poor
places
little
that-
waitress was scared of us, y'all.
yeah.
She was so sweet.
She was
Did you
sweet.
leave
She
her a
kept
nice
saying,
tip?
"Of course."
Very sweet.
It's like, what do you know what you want? I said,
And
yeah, I
she's
want
like,
a
"Oh,
chicken burger."
God, I
Of
get-
course. What do you want? Of course. Of course. Everything was of course. That's the only word she knew. I think she was
Of course.
Yeah. It was like we were at Chick-fil-A of diners. It was the Chick-fil-A of diners. I felt
Yeah,
like
it was.
I felt like someone was going to burn us through the ceiling at one point. Like I thought, I'm about to burst into flames. Here I sit here all gay and shit, and like, oof. Yeah, I was scared. But we were okay. We made it through. We ate, and it was
So
good.
you lived through it.
We lived through
They
it.
ate,
Yes.
the sheriff let
Yes.
him out of town, right?
And it was better.
And then
than-
we went to our house.
We were having our one meal a day.
Yeah.
And it was probably the best meal we
Yeah.
had. No, wait a minute. We had
We were.
Waffle House the next day.
grilled cheese.
No, I'm talking. That was one
We
day.
did before we were antiquing. We
That-
had the weird diner before we went to sleep
Before we got
in
our
the
hotel.
in the
yeah.
non-slippery.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Crap, what
But-
you drinking now?
It was an
Change
adventure.
colors.
It was. We're at the
it was
top
a
of
great
the
adventure.
Gatorade. I just poured it in my cup
Oh, okay.
to look fancy.
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 Guys, it's 10 o'clock.
Oh,
So we
All
have
right.
Yeah,
reached
it's
the end,
10:04, but anyway.
the end of the wickedness.
the end
Yeah.
of the wickedness.
And it was
thank
pretty
you for
wicked.
joining us on this.
It was good seeing
glad
It
you
was pretty
and
wicked.
Heather and Jeff. Again.
Happy birthday.
Good seeing you guys again.
Great
Good to
seeing
see
you.
you,
I,
TJ.
if
Happy
you get down to
birthday.
Georgia or you want to come to Tennessee, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Happy birthday. I'd love to meet you in person and have some conversations where we're not being all giggly like Amy.
It's all Amy's fault.
And it's always Amy's fault. She corrupts all
What?
of us people like
Not
me. That's
me.
wholesome.
Where did you go, Kevin?
Shots fired.
Kevin,
Shots
shots
fired.
fired.
That's what
I'm
Devin
getting out of
said.
the
Check the
Devin
wind.
just said shots fired.
He-
I was gonna say Kevin just hauled ass, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's like
check the
lightning
wind.
striking.
He did. He did because he didn't want to be in the line of fire.
That's what I'm
Wiener.
saying.
Wiener.
Don't say wiener.
I will definitely let you guys know if I get
Yeah,
down
yes,
that
please.
way.
Yeah,
Or
just
if I'm
give us a
heading
little
down
notice.
that way,
If you
should
say,
I
hey,
say.
I'm going to Georgia, just say, hey, when, and we'll take time off work and we'll come down and see you.
I would
And
love to see all of you. Although
Kevin, it's
I'm
like,
going to have to leave somebody at home to get me out of jail because I'll probably need bail money.
you probably will hanging out with us.
all you guys.
Yeah.
No, we stay in one spot. We're safe.
There's
Yeah,
a
we stay in
potential.
the same
for that.
spot.
There's always the potential for that.
We go get
We
food
may
and then
sneak into some
we'll go
places
back
we're
and
not
then
supposed to.
we'll find a place to hang out and just
Yeah.
drink and out at somebody's porch.
Right. We can do that.
Fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
you guys. Great seeing you
And
again.
Heather and
Again,
Jeff,
guys.
We'll talk to y'all soon.
We
And
definitely
we'll let
need
you
to
know,
talk
Kevin,
soon.
about getting down to Georgia.
Yeah. We'll talk about that more, with you.
yeah, definitely.
And you can stay with me.
Yep. But
Yay.
all right, everybody.
Love
All our
y'all.
listeners, thank you for putting up with us and listening through the
Thanks
night.
for
We
listening.
definitely appreciate
for
it. We couldn't be
listening.
here without you. And
To our
everybody,
bullshit.
Yeah.
stay
Good night.
spooky.
Happy
guys.
birthday,
Yeah,
TJ.
watch out for
Happy
the
birthday,
sheep,
Thank
y'all.
you.
Nice seeing you, Stan. Bye, guys. I gotta go to bed.
I don't know. Stand here.
He will be.